Hey guys, welcome back. Back here with another one today. I'm finishing up my predictions slash previews for the divisions for the upcoming season, which is coming up quick. It's coming up really fast, and I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I always look forward to every hockey season, and again, and I'm not exactly wearing a team from the particular division I'm talking about, but this one of my favorites. I love this one. San Jose's 30th anniversary jersey, phenomenal looking, absolutely phenomenal. Love this jersey. Would not mind if they came back with this, even if they came back with this style, with the current logo on the front. That could look really, really sharp. But yeah, let's get into this, and if there's anyone new that's just you're cruising around YouTube, you happen to come across the channel. If hopefully you watch the videos. If you like them, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you here. I welcome every subscriber I can, every subscriber that wants to subscribe. I would love to have you here. But let's get into we're into the metropolitan division. The metropolitan division. I've never been crazy about I wish they'd go back to the old division names. I'm kind of old school that way. Get rid of the Eastern and Western conferences. Go back to the Campbell and Wales conference and go back to the Norris, Smythe, Adams, and Patrick divisions. I kind of wish they'd do that. That would be fun. But anyhow, the Metropolitan Division, who I've got finishing in the top three. Number 3, the team I have finishing third. They've done pretty well the last couple of years. They really have. They've got pretty good group of talent, and that's the Carolina Hurricanes. I have Carolina finishing third, and they looked great last year, and they've made the playoffs. They've had some playoff success. I mean, obviously they haven't won a Stanley Cup since 2006, but it's a good team, a good young team. I didn't necessarily understand why they traded Nedeljkovic, but I still don't know on that one. They've made a couple of moves that were kind of baffling, but still, I still have them finishing third. I think they'll be a playoff team, and it should be we'll see how that comes to pass. Number 2 team I have finishing second in the division is a team they're not really worried about doing great in the regular season. It's, let's get to the playoffs and then see what happens. And that's the New York Islanders. I have the Islanders finishing second. This is a team that the last couple of years, the Islanders are the only team really that truly tested the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Lightning's back-to-back championships. I'd love to see them finally break through. I think it would be awesome. And if it comes down to them in Tampa again, I think they could do it. I really do. I mean, they've faced them twice the last couple of years, and they took Tampa to 7. Again, they were the only team to take Tampa to 7 games. So, I think the New York Islanders will end up being second in the division, and then come playoff time, who knows? I wouldn't mind seeing them make a run. And I know Tampa is trying to equal what the Islanders did back in the early 80s, and that was win 3 straight Stanley Cups. So, we'll obviously see if that comes to pass. But the New York Islanders I have finishing second in the division. The team I have finishing first, it's a team that, they always seem to finish first, but then they kind of, since 2018, they've kind of flamed out in the first round. But I still have them winning the division, and that's the Washington Capitals. I think the Capitals finish first. They've got Ovechkin. They've got Oshie. They've got, Backstrom. Backstrom, who's going to be missing some time. They got Kuznetsov. They've got a good chunk of talent on that team, and I think they're going to do well. I think they will win the division. And, and again, we'll see come playoff time exactly what they, what exactly they'll do, what they could do. And, yeah. And it's interesting, some of you guys might notice when you guys watch this back, he'll be like, wait a minute, where's Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh I have finishing fourth. I have the Penguins finishing fourth. I think they'll be a playoff team also. But I think they'll end up finishing fourth. That division is just... if that division is not the hardest division and most competitive division in the NHL, I don't know the other one. That division is so loaded. The Metro division is so loaded that, you got some really good teams in there, really good up and coming teams that to finish. I have Pittsburgh finishing fourth with Sidney Crosby and Malkin. Malkin is going to miss 2 months. He's going to miss the first 2 months of the season. I have them finishing fourth, and that's how good they are. It's crazy. That division is that good. And of course, rounding out the division, I have the New York Rangers. I have the Rangers finishing fifth. Another good young up and coming team that is hopefully in the next couple of years they will, they'll probably try to crack their way back into the playoffs. I have them finishing fifth. Oh, excuse me. I have Philadelphia finishing sixth, which, Phillies. I have them finishing sixth, but they're a team that could surprise the hell out of me because, again, they're a team. 1 year they're in, 1 year they're out. In, out, in, out. There's not a lot of consistency with the Flyers. 1 year in the playoffs, the next year they're out. Then it's like, will the real Philadelphia Flyers please stand up? We'd love to know what kind of team are you. But I have them finishing sixth. They could be a surprise. They could finish higher than that and maybe crack a wild card spot. Or they might finish in the top three. Who knows? But me personally, I have them finishing sixth. I have Columbus finishing seventh. And in Columbus, they've had their own little trials and tribulations, and they're a team that I think is in kind of a rebuild mode. And they lost one of their goaltenders over 4th of July weekend, and so they're going to struggle, I think. I have them finishing seventh. And another decent, and the team I have finishing eighth, they've got some good young talent that should be coming up in the next couple of years, and that's the New Jersey Devils. I think the Devils will end up they'll end up finishing in the cellar, but I think they've got a lot of good pieces to look forward to in their core also. But those are the teams that I have finishing in the Metro. Washington 1, the New York Islanders 2, Carolina 3, Pittsburgh 4, the Rangers 5, Philadelphia 6, Columbus 7th, and New Jersey 8th. And that will round out my predictions for the NHL season on who I think will be in the top 3, and then round the rest of the division out. And yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it for that. And I thank you guys for being here. And I thank you guys for your support. And again, if there's anybody that's just cruising around, you happen to come across one of my videos, hit like and subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And yeah, I will talk to you guys again soon.